It was very interesting to see the difference between Lucas Red & Tacky and SuperTech General Grease. Lucas Red & Tacky did a phenomenal job, but the question is a synthetic grease that much better? So let's get the testing underway and see which brand is the best. In the first test, we'll measure the tackiness of grease. We'll also see which grease can best handle the heat and which one will go up in smoke. We'll measure how well these brands perform in extremely cold temperatures. We'll test the water resistance of both brands. We'll also measure the film strength of each brand. We'll see which grease offers the best protection against corrosion. Royal Purple Synthetic Oil Ultra Performance Grease, multi-purpose NLGI No. 2 with Sin Slide. Handles extreme loads. We're going to test that. Reduces heat. Reduces wear. Lowers operating temperatures. We're going to test that. Reduces vibrations. NLGI No. 2 with Sin Slide. Ultra Performance Grease is a multi-purpose high-performance aluminum complex grease. UPG is stable at high temperatures with a drop point higher than 515 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to test that. Its enhanced oxidation resistance extends service life. Made in the USA. When it comes to specific applications, the ability of grease to cling to moving parts is extremely critical. Which product has the best sticking power? We're about to find out in the next test. I built the next test jig to quantify the cohesive and adhesive properties of grease. The tester will measure the amount of force required to separate two metal discs that are held together by the grease. I'll first place approximately 25 milliliters of grease on the very center of the bottom disc. The top disc will be lowered into position, and then I'll apply just enough pressure to squeeze out the air pockets and to form a layer of grease around the entire perimeter of the disc. I'll then apply an upward force using a pulley and lever setup, and an inline weight scale will measure the amount of force required to separate the plates. The test happened quickly, so I'll slow down the camera and we'll take another look. Royal Purple delivered an impressive 68.2 pounds of strength. Redline Synthetic Oil CV2 is a synthetic high-performance extreme pressure grease with red moly for wheel bearings, CV joints, general purpose lubrication, and other high-speed bearings. Just like Royal Purple, this is NLGI No. 2. NLGI service GCLB. Dropping point is over 800 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to test that. Royal Purple uses an aluminum complex as a thickener. Redline is a non-soap calcium. Redline Synthetic CV2 is a high-performance extreme pressure grease that provides excellent high temperature, high speed, and high load protection. The excellent water resistance, low temperature flow, and very high drop point allow it to be used in a wide variety of applications ranging from negative 100 degrees Fahrenheit to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Made in USA of Global Components. Redline put up a great number at 67.24 pounds, but that's not enough to beat Royal Purple's 68.2 pounds. However, both brands are very close in tack strength. In the next test, we'll be comparing the film strength of Royal Purple and Redline by using a Lubricity Tester. I'll begin by adding approximately 40 milliliters of grease into the test cup. Since grease is an extreme pressure lubricant, I've increased the amount of downward force applied to the bearing by more than double compared to the amount of weight used when testing motor oil. I'll make sure that both the test bearing and the wheel have a thorough coat of grease on the surface before the test begins. The test will last right at 2 minutes. After the test, we'll compare the size of the wear scar on each bearing to see which product offers the best protection against wear. Royal Purple is on the left and Redline is on the right. The wear scar is so small on both of them, I'm going to have to put this under a microscope. I tested Royal Purple first, and right after the test, seeing the size of the wear scar, I thought for sure that Royal Purple would win this showdown. But after testing Redline actually beat Royal Purple. Both these greases did an amazing job, and I'm really surprised at the very small wear scar on each of these bearings. A very important role for grease is to prevent corrosion. In the next test, I'll apply a very aggressive rusting agent to 3 different wheel stud lugs. I've already removed the protective zinc coating from all bolts to make them more susceptible to rust. We won't apply anything to the control bolt, and I'll apply a very light coat of grease on the other 2 bolts. I'll apply a powerful oxidizer several times over the next 24 hours, and we'll come back and check on this later in the video. Wow, it's been less than a minute. We already have a lot of rust forming on our control bolt. No visible rust on the red line or the royal purple. Up next, we'll be measuring the cold temperature performance of each grease. Both sets of bearings have been chemically cleaned to ensure that all the original grease has been removed. The purpose of this test is to measure how grease inhibits the motion of bearings at temperatures below negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit. The official test is called the grease load temperature torque test. Since I don't have the official test equipment, I put together a test jig to compare the brands. I'll first pack each set of bearings with grease. Then both sets of bearings will be placed in a freezer that's set to negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll come back in 24 hours and test the cold weather performance of each grease. Mixing incompatible greases can have significant consequences. They may react together and cause a separation of the base oil from the thickeners of the two greases. When this happens, the base oil no longer stays in place. Let's mix the two grease brands together and we'll check back in 24 hours. The water spray-off test will let us know how well these greases withstand exposure to water. We'll test one grease at a time. I'll first apply a 1/4 inch layer of grease to the test plate, then weigh the test plate. The water in the test will be right at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Once the test plate is in position, the test will begin when the water jet sprays water onto the test plate. The test will last right at 1 minute. After the test, I'll scrape away any grease that's extending beyond the edges of the test plate and then we'll weigh the test plate again. Additionally, we'll weigh the size of the grease spread and compare performance. Wow, Royal Purple did a very good job with this water wash-off test. It's not perfectly symmetrical, but somewhere around 35.8 millimeters. We started out at 213.79. 213.61, just a fraction of a gram. Very impressive. The red line weighs 215.37 grams. Before testing the red line grease, hot water was added to the test tank to bring the temperature back up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow, definitely more wash away with the red line. Approximately 50 millimeters with red line. Red line started off at 215.37 grams. It now weighs 215 even. Royal Purple for the win. A high quality grease should have a very good heat tolerance, and the official ASTM test for that measures the grease dropping point. I'll be applying approximately 25 milliliters of grease on each side of the grease slide. The dropping point of grease is the temperature at which it passes from a semi-solid to a liquid. It determines the cohesiveness of the oil and the thickener of the grease. A properly formed soap structure can withstand high temperatures. The Royal Purple grease is supposed to have a drop point that's over 515 degrees Fahrenheit. Redline advertises that their grease has a drop point of 800 degrees. The grease slide is made of metal and both sides are securely attached to sheet metal to ensure equal conductivity of heat to each half during the test. It's been right at 9 minutes and the grease tester is right at 520 degrees Fahrenheit. And Royal Purple is beginning to move. Can Redline hold on or will Royal Purple go up in smoke first? It's now been right at 12 minutes and the Royal Purple is beginning to smoke, but Redline isn't budging. And the grease tester is right at 700 degrees Fahrenheit and the Redline isn't even breaking a sweat. And it's Redline for the win. It's been 24 hours since I placed the bearing in the freezer. Let's first test the redline bearings and we'll measure the resistance to motion. It took a little over 9 pounds to rotate the bearing packed with redline. Achieving under 10 pounds is going to be very hard for Royal Purple to beat. Royal Purple did a great job at a little over 12 pounds, but that's not enough to beat Redline's performance of 9 pounds. So Redline requires about 25% less rolling resistance than Royal Purple when it's extremely cold. In the next test, we'll take the bearing previously packed in grease and allow the grease to reach approximately 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Then the bearing will be submerged in water and rotated at a very high speed for 30 seconds. After the test, we'll inspect the bearings for grease loss in the path of the bearings. Looking at the redline bearing first, there's been quite a bit of grease loss inside the bearing set. The Royal Purple definitely did much better and still seems to have adequate grease for the bearings. It's been right at 24 hours since the Royal Purple and the redline were mixed, and there doesn't seem to be any sort of visible change in the condition of this grease. I applied the rusting agent 3 different times over the last 24 hours, so let's take a close look at each one of the bolts. That's a lot of corrosion for just 24 hours. Redline has done a terrific job at corrosion prevention. However, let's look at the bolt under a microscope to see if we can find any corrosion forming. There's definitely a small amount of oxidation forming at the base of the bolt where it was submerged in the oxidizer, but no rust is forming above that area. At the bottom of each one of these cups is about 1/8 inch of the corrosion agent, and it appears that the corrosion agent has gotten past some of the Royal Purple and caused a little bit of corrosion at at the base of the bolt. There's more oxidation at the base of the bolt, and there's patches of oxidation along the threads. If you're looking for a grease that offers incredibly good performance, Royal Purple as well as Redline did an amazing job. Now, Royal Purple seems to be a little bit better when it comes to water exposure. Redline seems to be a little bit better in all the other categories. The film strength for both products was just plain amazing. I did not anticipate seeing such a small wear scar on those bearings. All the videos in this channel, including this one, are viewer suggested. So if you have a video idea, I hope you'll take time to leave a comment. Just want to say thanks so much for watching the video. Please take care, and I look forward to next time.